friends, Jerry Rosa here in the Rosa String Works workshop. Occasionally I get requests to show more farm projects, and I had the opportunity to do a little farm project just recently, so I thought I'd take the camera along. The camera was kind of a secondary thought here. I didn't spend a lot of time setting up the camera and all that, and it's going to be fairly obvious on the filming because it's not the best, and there's some wind noise, etc. I'm not really set up to do outdoor filming for YouTube, but anyway, I think this project lent itself pretty good because it was a fairly quick project for me. The whole thing spanned maybe 2 hours, I'm not really sure, and that pretty much included the preparation and everything. So I hope you enjoy it. We needed to fix up a little barn that was about to fall in. We're out in the pasture looking at the, I guess you'd call it the field barn, or we call it a stock shed sometimes. It's just a barn that the horses can take shelter under whenever it's bad weather or whatever. Horses don't do that all that often. They'll go in there for shade, that kind of thing, more than they will for anything else. But as you can see, there's a little bit of a sag to the roof there, and that sag's not supposed to be there. The horses have kicked out one of the poles that supports the roof, and it's in a real bad way. I knew this, several months ago, to be honest with you, but I put a temporary post in there. Well, they kicked that post out too, and she didn't bother to let me know that. And we're going to have way more damage here with this roof caving in than we would if we just fix it. So today's the day. Here we go. This concrete hole, actually, where the old post rotted out, we dug it out, and so there's a round hole there that's about 7 inches in diameter. And I need a post that's going to be about, from the ground level, roughly, and I'm just approximating, about 82 inches tall. So, roughly an 8-foot log to start with, and then we'll cut it down. I went and found this cedar log that I cut up quite a while back, maybe a year ago, and it was laying up in the woods, and I just hauled it down here. It looks like the perfect thing for this. And cedars, last a long time. The more red in the cedar, the longer they last. We'll just see what we can do here. A lot of this is just going to be preparation, so I'm not going to film it. I've got to get an end on this log that'll go down in here. Right now that end is way too big. If I cut it off up here, it might be just about the right size. I'm going to have to do all the measuring and stuff for that. Got a lot of bark and junk on here that really don't matter at all, except for the fact that it just makes it that much bigger. I'm going to see if it'll fit down in the hole as it is. Well, we got a little problem in that I can't raise it up because the roof's too low. And I do have stuff to jack up the roof with, so that's what we're going to have to do first. I've got a way overkill jack right here. This is a 30-ton jack. I only need a 1-ton jack for this project, but this thing had a great big head on it, which is a bit, it's bigger, so I thought it'd be better for setting a post on. That's why I brought it. Now we'll see if we can bring that back up to level. Shouldn't be much of a problem with this jack. Alright, that's starting to look reasonably straight, but let me go down on the end and look down it. I'm pretty sure it's still low. Yeah, it's still a little on the low side. It's not real low, but we'll go up another inch, and that'll help allow for some settling. That's probably higher than it needs to be, but let me look. It's actually looking pretty good. I'm going to go a little bit higher yet, just because I can. I ought to be satisfied with that. Now we're going to see if the post will somehow go down in there. I doubt it will, but we're going to try it. It's so close. There's so much stuff in the way. Ah, boy, that sucks. Well, I'm going to have to see if I can get it back out of there now. I think what I'm going to try to do, because this will knock a little bit of the corners off of this, that'll help it get down in there a little easier, I think. I just beveled the ends of it off to let it kind of give me a little bit of an advantage of going down in the hole a little bit easier. I think it'll help, but I don't know for sure. Might not help at all. I may have to just cut the end of this post off some. There we made some pretty good progress there. Well, that post is just about the right size for that hole. If I could just didn't have this roof above me, I could get it down in there. I am positive. That roof makes it hard. It's not a light post. I cut off just a little bit of the length. I'm pretty positive I'm going to be way too long, but that'll help me get it turned up better too, I think. Well, getting close. There we go. We might be getting it there now. Ah, I think we did it. There you go. I got her upended. She's still a little tall, which is perfect. I don't know for sure that it's all the way down. I think it is. Hard to tell that though. I'm just going to try pulling down on it to see if I can get it to go any deeper. I think it's rubbing on the rocks that are in the bottom of the hole. Kind of wish I hadn't cut that off now, or at least not as much, maybe just half that much. Doggone it. It'll be fine, but I wish I wouldn't have cut it off. What I'm going to do is raise this about 1/2 inch up, which, well, maybe 1/4 or 3/8 of an inch up. Then I'm going to cut a slot right even with this, and then knock out that chunk of wood, set this down on there, I think. At least that's what my plan is. That's about the thickness of a saw blade. Hopefully now I can cut a slot across there. We'll see. That might work. I don't know if I can get my hatchet in there to chop that out or not, but I think I can. There's a bunch of old nails in this. Kind of wish I'd have taken them out first, but I'm going to take them out now. I tell you, filming outside is not easy because I can't see that darn viewfinder for nothing. So I never know when the camera's pointed right or not. Bottom line is, we've got some old nails in here. I'm going to try to get them out of there and then put this in place and nail it right in place. I think it's going to be fine. It's in there solid now. Now I can put some new nails in those holes. And a few other fasteners, hopefully. That shouldn't go anywhere. Boy, that oak we're driving into, this stuff, that's hard stuff. I don't think that's going to be a problem, but I think I will try to put another reinforcement board or something in here to kind of help keep it together. I know it's going to hold the roof up. I'm not worried about that. I'm more concerned about the horses banging into it. But I think that's, well, it's way better than it was for the last bunch of years anyway. So now we'll take down our temporary post. You can see now the post goes all the way down into the concrete and all the way back up. It's solid as a rock now. It ain't going nowhere. I don't think they could run into it and knock it out now. I'll give you an in view so you can see how much straighter it is. There's what it looks like from the end. You can pretty much see it's almost perfectly straight now. It's, you know, that's just by eye. I didn't get down with, you know, any kind of level or anything. It's just an old barn, and it just needs to stand another 30 or 40 years, and so it'll be somebody else's problem. And I doubt it'll take that long to be someone else's problem, if you understand my meaning. This will just show you up close what it looks like where I put the post in. I put this extra board on here just to kind of keep things straight. The post here is the same width as this board here. It goes up inside there. This is nailed through to it. This is nailed through to it. And I also put this spline on the front here. That'll just kind of, in case the horses run into it, that'll just help reinforce it a little bit. I don't think it's going anywhere. I mean, it seriously has been there probably no telling how many years. I would say 75 years anyway. And it'll probably last or outlast me. So that's as good as it needs to be.